Senator Bernie Sanders, IVT, dove into a hot-button election topic with the release of a sweeping plan to tackle the immigration crisis. On day one of his presidency, Sanders says he would end family separations and shutter for-profit detention centers, among other things. The Hill, Sanders vows to end Trump's policies as he unveils immigration proposal. Presidential hopeful Sen. Bernie Sanders, IVT, pledged to undo all of President Trump's executive actions on immigration on day one of his presidency, as part of his detailed immigration policy plan released Thursday. Sanders, currently polling among the top three candidates vying for the Democratic nomination, vowed to move quickly on changes that don't require congressional action, starting with a moratorium on all deportations until an audit of U.S. immigration enforcement policies is conducted. Bernal, 11/7, Boston Globe. Bernie Sanders unveils ambitious immigration plan that offer a path for citizenship and dismantles ICE. Like other contenders for the party's 2020 nomination, Sanders would decriminalize border crossings and provide a pathway to citizenship for roughly 11 million people without legal residency in the country. But he also went further, pledging to temporarily halt all deportations, end federal immigration raids, and break up two federal agencies, Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Customs and Border Protection, that have been at the forefront of President Trump's family separation policy. ULOA, 11/7, Vice. Bernie just dropped his immigration plan, abolish ICE and make DACA recipients legal. Sanders' plan calls for broadening President Barack Obama's clemency program to shield the estimated millions of immigrants who have lived undocumented in the United States for more than 5 years from the threat of deportation. Sanders would pause all deportations until the federal government audits its immigration practices. Newshouser, 11/7, CNN. Bernie Sanders' immigration plan would put moratorium on deportations, and ICE raids under his "A Welcoming and Safe America for All" plan. The Vermont Independent indicated for the first time that he will reverse guidance from the Trump administration's Department of Justice and permit asylum claims from those fleeing domestic or gang violence. Sanders would also overturn Trump's so-called public charge rule and ensure that immigrants are not discriminated against based on income or disability, while extending temporary protected status until more permanent resolutions are in place, invalidating Trump's efforts to end those designations. Greer, 11/7, CNBC. Bernie Sanders wants to revamp trade deals, labor protections as part of sweeping immigration plan. Sanders also says his signature universal health care plan, Medicare for All, would provide comprehensive care to everyone in America, regardless of immigration status. Pramick, 11/7, Politico. How Bernie Sanders would change immigration. Sanders says he would end detention for essentially every migrant without a violent criminal conviction. The Vermont senator would fund community-based alternatives to detention that would give migrants access to legal resources and health care. Sanders says he would break apart the Homeland Security Department entirely, including Immigration and Customs Enforcement and Customs and Border Protection, and distribute the responsibilities among the Justice, Treasury and State Departments. He says he would extend DOJ anti-profiling guidance to border areas and eliminate the use of DNA testing and facial recognition for enforcement. Kullgren, 11/7, Fox. Bernie Sanders' immigration plan puts the rights of immigrant workers into focus. If you open the borders, my God, there's a lot of poverty in this world, and you're going to have people from all over the world, Sanders said at an April town hall in Iowa. And I don't think that's something that we can do at this point. Can't do it. Noreta and Golshin, 11/7, Reuters. Democrat. Sanders vows to halt immigration raids, deportations if elected. President Trump has made down on illegal immigration a centerpiece of his presidency and accuses Democrats of supporting open borders. ICE has stepped up its activities, arresting more than 2,300 people in the 2018 fiscal